How y'all doing? My name is Necro, and I'm gonna pass on to you some good old-fashioned Southern knowledge. Before I start, I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Of course, that being said, ain't no situation that excuses bad manners. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, sir. Thank you, and welcome. It's not an option when talking to polite company. Even when someone's rude to me, I always say, thank you. You have a nice day. If you ever hear, bless your heart, it's never a good thing. It has a wide meaning, but mostly it means you're about 3 sandwiches shy of a full picnic. You get my drift? I never followed this advice myself, but it has been said, you can't argue with ignorance. You can only forgive it. We all love arguing on Twitter, but sometimes it's best just to say, bless your heart and move on. Everything that comes to mind doesn't need to come out of your mouth. I'm guilty of this one bad. I tend to open my mouth and insert not only my foot, but my whole leg at times. For what we live in, this holds a very good point. Don't go telling everybody your business. Keep some things private. In the Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and texting world, we tend to let everybody know what's going on. Sometimes it's best just to leave things between the people who are involved. This leads to my next point. My mom tells me this a lot. Don't go borrowing trouble. Don't go around sticking your nose in other people's business. And don't get involved where you're not needed. This is a hard one to follow for a lot of people. Never be all hat and no cattle. This one's simple enough. Never claim you know more than you know. Don't pretend something you ain't. That being said, if you can't dazzle them with brilliance, baffle them with BS. It's a common thing amongst friends. I'll make up a story for a reason why something is the way it is. I always tell them shortly afterwards, though, because it's always fun watching them throw a fit over it. Marriage is a fine institution, if you want to live in an institution. Don't get me wrong, marriage is a wonderful thing, but it will drive you off a cliff and up the wall at the exact same time. If you're going to be dumb, you have to be tough. Maybe a few stacks of hay shy of a full loft, but you have to be ready to be picked on and fight. It's just that plain simple. Open the doors for people, not just ladies. I do this and I've seen it done thousands of times. Open the door because I'm polite. If you want to yell at me about I can open the door myself, I will just tell you bless your heart and move on. But you cannot argue with ignorance, you can only forgive it. Never get too big for your britches. Never get too arrogant, because if you do, you're headed for a fall. And remember, all you have to do is go back where you came from, and they'll knock you down a few pegs. Here's some advice for the ladies. Just remember, long hair, a beard, and a cowboy hat can cover up a whole lot of ugly. Look past the outside and start looking at the heart. Don't go throwing the baby out with the bathwater. Just because something goes wrong doesn't mean the whole world should burn because of it. Take a time to calm down and think things through rationally. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. This is an old one, but a good one. You can give someone advice and teach them things. You can't force them to do it the right way. Ever. Thank you all for watching, and if the good Lord is willing and the creek don't rise, I may make another video. Now, don't let the door hit you, or the good Lord split you.